So when I came to Eyrie, a lot of people asked me then, and they still ask me now, you know, what are you going to change? And I feel like there are principles to this place that need to be honored going forward. And those principles are, first of all, to take a very natural approach in the vineyard. And so even before there was such a thing as organic certification, we were farming organically. The second thing is when the grapes come into the winery, respect them and keep the winemaker's ego out of the way. And then the third thing is make wines that age. And that actually ties back into factor number 2, just getting out of the way. So as I've introduced changes to Eyrie, those changes are usually just based on kind of building on those original principles. So like while we've always farmed organically, my dad hated paperwork, and so we never certified organic. And that didn't happen actually at Eyrie until 2013. But I have to say, because we had excellent records and you know, a history going way back, we were able to get our certification within the year rather than waiting the usual 3 years. So you know, it's a good way to go. Here in the winery, one of the transitions that I've made is away from commercial yeast. My dad always preferred these kind of like neutral champagne yeasts from the 1950s that didn't really impart any flavor to the wine so much, but they were very reliable and clean fermenting. But I've moved to natural yeast. So these are the yeasts that come in on the skins of the grapes. And every vineyard seems to have their own kind of strain, and each vineyard ferments differently every year. And I really like the extra dimensionality that brings to the fermentations and to the wines. But I have to say, that's the advantage of coming into this business 30 years after my dad. I have some old bottles from the mid-70s that he had done wild yeast fermentation trials. And they look like snow globes, right? So there's 700, you know, 3/4 of the bottle is this clear liquid, and then down at the bottom is this sort of sediment, and you flip it over and the whole thing. And so in the early 70s, there was no wine culture here. There was no human wine culture, but there was also no microculture. You know, it was the only vineyard around for miles. Prunes, cherries, apples, walnuts, pears, peaches, yes, all of that, but no wine grapes. And so I feel like probably in the intervening 3 decades, we just have more cool yeasts around than we did back when Dad was playing around with that.